आज भव्य समावेशरे मध्य हमने स्वागत करिबो esteemed vice chancellors of public universities of the state, senior officials of the government of Odisha, eminent academicians and dignitaries. Once again, we extend a warm welcome to all of you. आज भव्य समावेशरे मंचमंडन करितबा वरिष्ठ अतिथिको हामी पुष्पगुच्छ प्रदान गरी आनुष्ठानिक रूपले स्वागत जनाउँछु. We take the privilege to extend our heartfelt gratitude to the dignitaries on the dais by offering flower bouquet as a token of love and appreciation to their gracious presence. पूजापत्र स्वागत समान बदल अभिनंदन जनाउँछु. आयुक्त तथा शासन सचिव उच्च शिक्षा विभाग श्री रविन्द्र गोवालको शुभेच्छा जनाइन्छ एवं अनुरूप भावले प्रोफेसर उमाकान्तिलाल Honorable Vice Chancellor acting IGNOU you feel honored in felicitating Madam Professor Umakantilaal. All other officers, but our gesture is one and all. मैं अनुरूप भावे माननीय आयुक्त तथा शासन सचिव रविन्द्र गोवाल को विशेष We humbly recognize the gracious presence of Professor Alok Chowdhury, Registrar in New Delhi, Dr. Rajiv Kumar Shuklaji, Professor, Discipline Coordinator, School of Management Studies, IGNOU, Dr. S.K. Tripathi, Regional Coordinator, Bhubaneswar, and Dr. Sanjay Patnaik, Deputy Secretary. उच्च शिक्षा विभाग में वरिष्ठ
मीटिंग मिनिस्टर के साथ बाद में बात करता हूँ.
Now we take the privilege to request District Sri Ramakant Nayak, Special Secretary to Government Higher Education Department, to present welcome us. Minister Higher Education, respected Commissioner from Secretary Higher Education Department, esteemed Vice Chancellors, Vice Chancellor of IGNOU and Registrar and faculty, Vice Chancellors of Public Universities of the state, senior officials of the Government of Odisha, eminent academicians and dignitaries present here, all regional directors of education, all faculties of IGNOU study centers who have joined with us online, and dear students, a very good afternoon. A very warm welcome to each one of you present here today. It is a matter of pride for me to welcome you all to this occasional memorandum of understanding between IGNOU and the Higher Education Department. This collaboration marks a significant step towards bridging linguistic barriers in higher education by translating IGNOU's academic programs into Odisha, thereby making higher education more inclusive and accessible in line with the vision of the National Education Policy 2020. Let me take a moment to acknowledge and express gratitude to the distinguished dignitaries whose presence today inspires us. We are blessed today by the gracious presence of our Honorable Minister of Higher Education, a multifaceted leader whose journey embodies energy, intellect, and commitment to public service. In 2014, he began his leadership as state convener of National with NAMO, a youth-driven movement. By 2016, he was working as a software engineer with TCS bringing a strong foundation in technology. In 2018, he joined Kandarpur Company Limited as an engineer engaged in critical infrastructure development. By 2019, he became state coordinator for Bharatiya Janata Yuva Morcha, deepening his commitment to grassroots mobilization. In 2020, he was elected as the Honorable Member of Legislative Assembly from Madras, Ramnagar constituency. And in 2024, he assumed his present portfolio as Minister of State Independent Charge, overseeing a wide and culturally significant domain. His dynamic leadership and commitment to education, equity, and regional empowerment have been instrumental in shaping progressive policies. Under his leadership, Odisha has emerged as a stabilizer in adopting mother tongue based educational initiatives in alignment with NEP 2020. We are equally honored by the presence of the Commissioner from Secretary of the Higher Education Department, Government of Odisha, a senior civil servant known for his visionary leadership, administrative diligence, and deep commitment to education reforms in the state. He, with a distinguished track record of service across departments, has been instrumental in shaping Odisha's higher education sector through structural innovation, digital transformation, and inclusive policy development. Under his stewardship, Odisha's higher education initiatives have increasingly aligned with the National Education Policy 2020, with a strong emphasis on access, equity, and employability. He has paved the way of landmark initiatives like today's MOU, bringing higher education to Odia-speaking learners in their mother tongue. His support has facilitated the establishment of collaborative frameworks between government departments and national institutions like IGNOU, ensuring that such partnerships are not only symbolic but also deeply impactful at the grassroots level. He has been a key driver in enhancing digital infrastructure in colleges, promoting e-governance, and creating a student-centric higher education ecosystem. Today's event is a reflection of his commitment to linguistic inclusivity, technological integration, and regional empowerment through education. A visionary academician, Professor Uma Kanjilal, has over 36 years of experience in the open and distance learning system. He has served in multiple leadership roles, including as director of the Center for Online Education, Inter-University Consortium for Technology-Enabled Flexible Education, and School of Social Sciences. He is also the national coordinator of SWAYAM and SWAYAM program, and a former Fulbright scholar. Her leadership continues to shape the digital and inclusive education landscape of our country. Dr. Chobe brings over 33 years of academic and administrative experience and has been instrumental in streamlining governance and examination system at IGNOU, being the registrar of IGNOU. His innovations, such as implementation of computer-based examinations and biometric authentication systems, have enhanced the transparency and efficiency in public assessments. His technical acumen and administrative insight make him a vital part of this collaboration. And accomplished academician with a solid foundation in engineering and management, Dr. Rajiv Kumar Shukla, who is the discipline coordinator, School of Management Studies in IGNOU, has made noteworthy contributions to post-design, academic leadership, and research. He also serves as the coordinator of IGNOU, AICT, e-Kumbh project, and the MBA online program, playing a pivotal role in multilingual content development and skill enhancement. A devoted educator and administrator, Dr. Suresh Kumar Tripathi, Senior Regional Director, IGNOU Bhubaneswar, has been instrumental in strengthening IGNOU's footprint in Odisha. His tireless work has led to the establishment of several learner support centers and the construction of a modern regional office in Bhubaneswar. Under his leadership, the regional center has gathered multiple accolades including the prestigious gold medal from IGNOU. The MOU we signed today is not just a formal agreement, it is a commitment to empower Odia-speaking learners, especially those from tribal, rural, and underprivileged backgrounds. With an expenditure of rupees 2.46 crore over 2 years, it will enable IGNOU's high-quality academic content to be translated into Odia, thus increasing access to higher education for the people of Odisha, thereby increasing gross enrollment ratio. The partnership will encompass not only content development, but also audio-visual dubbing, faculty training, and localized learner support systems. This collaboration is an example to what can be achieved when academic vision and state level commitment come together. We look forward to the successful implementation of this project with continued cooperation, innovation, and dedication. Thank you once again for being here to me and being a part of this event. Thank you.
We are extremely thankful to Sri Ramakant Naidji, esteemed Special Secretary to Government Higher Education Department, for presenting welcome address. We are having the delight presence of esteemed Professor Ramakant Naidji, the Vice Chancellor, IGNOU New Delhi, and one of the leading academicians and educationists of our country. Esteemed Professor Ramakant Naidji stands then. Her indefatigable industry, astute wisdom, and scholastic vision have made her an outstanding academician of our country. And indeed, her precious presence has added luster to this particular program. And she, along with her team members, deserves commendation for commitment and cooperation in translating the dream into reality in this collaborative approach. May I take the privilege to request to Madam to kindly address the application.
Thank you very much. Honorable Minister of Education, Government of Odisha, Shri Suryavanshi, respected Commissioner Cum Secretary, Shri Arvind Agarwalji, and Special Secretary Shri Ramakant Naidji, Department of Higher Education, Government of Odisha, dignitaries present here, officials from the Department of Higher Education, Government of Odisha, my colleagues from IGNOU, members of the academic community, students, friends from the media, all participants who have joined virtually. I think quite a good number of learning centers in Odisha have joined in virtually, and also our regional centers have joined in. Ladies and gentlemen, namaskar and good evening. It gives me immense pleasure to be present today in Bhubaneswar, India's historic and culturally rich city, for a landmark moment in the journey of inclusive and equitable higher education. The signing of Memorandum of Understanding between IGNOU and the Department of Higher Education, Government of Odisha, is a step that reflects both vision and action. IGNOU is the largest university in the world with more than 3.5 million students on the rolls. It was established in 1985 by the Act of Parliament with the mandate of access, equity, equality, flexibility, and affordability. IGNOU is a global university designed to serve those who are underserved and unreached. Our operation extends to India's most remotest areas, including tribal regions in Odisha and the Northeast, the Rajasthan deserts, the Andaman and Lakshadweep Islands, and Indian nations overseas. IGNOU has had a strong presence in Odisha since 1986. With the regional center in Bhubaneswar, it is one of the oldest and most prominent regional centers. It also catered to these states until creation of separate regional center in West Bengal and undivided Bihar. The establishment of regional centers in Koraput in 2004 and Angkor in 2022 further expanded the base. Over the past 5 years, more than 170,000 students have enrolled across Odisha for various IGNOU programs, nearly a threefold increase in enrollment in the region. There has been an extraordinary 53% increase in enrollment in the newly established regional center in IGNOU since its inception. This surge in enrollment in IGNOU is a testament to the increasing demand for higher education, which empowers marginalized communities in the region. We offer more than 330 academic programs for certificate to doctoral level across 50 disciplines, including management, education, agriculture, social sciences, health, and technology. IGNOU has always believed that language should not be a barrier to learning. And we are committed to fulfilling the vision of education at your doorstep, in your language, and at your pace. The MOU we are signing today is historic and timely. It will enable IGNOU's rich academic content to be translated into Odia and delivered through print and digital platforms, making higher education more relatable, inclusive, and learner-centric. Odia, one of the India's 6 classical languages, deserves a prominent place in the country's higher education landscape. Through this collaboration, we are taking a meaningful step towards that. This partnership is also a concrete implementation of the National Education Policy 2020, which strongly recommends imparting education in the mother tongue at all levels. The policy clearly states multilingualism is the key to equity in education, and MOU is an inspiring model in that direction. At IGNOU, we embrace digital transformation of education while keeping our learners at the center. We are expanding our reach through the Swayam portal for groups, the Swayam Prabha DTH channels, Gyanvani and Gyandarshan channels for educational broadcasting. Our digital learning platforms such as eGyanKosh, robust support for hybrid learning, combining printed self-instructional materials with multimedia, counseling sessions, and online resources. With this MOU, we envision not just translating texts, but creating comprehensive Odia media learning ecosystem, including videos, assignments, digital content, and the learning support, all aligned with the 21st century education goals. This initiative will directly benefit first generation learners from rural and tribal regions, women learners, homemakers, and working professionals who may be hesitant in English, aspirants preparing for state level or central services who prefer studying in Odia, youth looking for affordable, flexible, and high quality education without leaving their hometown. Let me emphasize that learning in Odia will not limit opportunities but fortify foundational knowledge. It will cultivate the confidence necessary to engage in global economies while maintaining connections to one's cultural heritage. I sincerely thank the Honorable Minister Shri Suryavanshi Shugarji, whose presence here reflects the state's commitment to educational transformation. I also thank the Secretary and Special Secretary of the Department of Higher Education, Government of Odisha, for their support. I would also like to thank all my colleagues from IGNOU, especially Professor Nayantara Padi, who have been instrumental in forging this partnership. This partnership will require collaborative work by expert translators, academic reviewers, digital content creators, and subject specialists. I assure you that IGNOU's national level teams will closely coordinate with the government of Odisha to ensure timely, high quality outcomes. Together, we are laying the foundation for an India medium higher education movement that will inspire other states and institutions across India. In conclusion, I would like to emphasize that this MOU highlights India's linguistic diversity and academic unity, linking educational excellence with regional cultural pride. As the People's University, IGNOU remains committed to improving Bharat's education system to the last mile. In every district, every home and every heart. Let us walk this journey together for an educated Odisha and empowered Vikshit Bharat 2047. Dhanyavad. Jai Hind. Jai Hind.
We are grateful to Professor Uma Kandilati, Honorable Vice Chancellor, IGNOU, New Delhi, for her gracious presence and for her very inspiring deliberation. With such deliberations, she has carved a niche for herself in the hearts and minds of millions of aspiring students to build bright career through Odia medium study in higher education. Thank you, madam. Thanks for your inspiring message. Now, we are all set to have an interaction with Sri Trinath Nandi of Fakirmohan Autonomous College, Palestine. Fakirmohan स्वयं शासित महाविद्यालय बालेश्वर छात्र त्रिनाथ नंदी आम सहित नवसंचारी कार्यक्रम संयुक्त होती सहित आलाप करने प्रस्तुत।
Am I audible, sir?
Yes.
उपस्थित समस्त महामान्यों को प्रणाम और यथामान्य। आज आम छात्र समाज पई एक अत्यंत गौरवशाली दिवस। एही सुजोग और गारिमा को अधिक अर्थपूर्ण करिबा सह एहाकु जीवंत मूर्ति रूप देबा पई विशेष भूमिका निर्वाह करिथिबा आम प्रिय राज्य सरकार और विश्वर सर्वबृहत मुक्त विश्वविद्यालय नवा दिल्ली स्थित इंदिरा गांधी राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विश्वविद्यालय संपृक्त समस्त कर्तृपक्षों पाखरे मोर हार्दिक कृतज्ञता और धन्यवाद। आज एही ऐतिहासिक मुहूर्त रे उपस्थित रही शिक्षा और संभावनार अपहंत इलाका को आम हाथ पाहांतारे पहुंचाई पारिथिबा आम राज्य सरकार उच्च शिक्षा विभाग एवं देशर यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र दामोदर दास एवं राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा विभाग उच्च शिक्षा विभाग विभागीय मंत्री धर्मेंद्र प्रधान महोदय एवं ओडिशा सरकार को उच्च शिक्षा विभाग मान्यवर मंत्री श्रीयुक्त सूर्यवंशी सुरोज महोदय उच्च शिक्षा विभाग सम्माननीय सचिव श्रीयुक्त अरविंद अग्रवाल महोदय एवं उपस्थित विभाग वरिष्ठ अधिकारी महोदय एवं सर्वोपरि इंदिरा गांधी राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विश्वविद्यालय सम्माननीय कुलपति प्रोफेसर उमा कांजीलाल माननीय कुलसचिव डॉक्टर आलोक चौबे महोदय को यही अवसर रे अशेष कृतज्ञता धन्यवाद और शुभेच्छा जनाउछि। यह मोर परम सौभाग्य जे आज दिवस रे मु एही ऐतिहासिक कार्यक्रम रे साक्ष्य हेबा संगे संगे एही कार्यक्रम रे सक्रिय भाव रे अंश ग्रहण करि परिछि। ओडिया भाषा रे समावेश और सुलभ उच्च शिक्षा निमंते इंदिरा गांधी राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विश्वविद्यालय नवा दिल्ली और ओडिशा सरकार उच्च शिक्षा विभाग मध्य आयोजित एक बुझामणा स्मारक पत्र हस्ताक्षर समारोह प्रकृत पक्षे आम प्रिय राज्य सरकार और उच्च शिक्षा विभाग एक अभिनव और जुगोपयोगी पदक्षेप। ज्ञानर संयोगीकरण द्वारा ही सामूहिक सशक्तिकरण करा जाई पारे। एहार एक सुंदर दृष्टांत हेउछि आजिर एही समावेश। एही राजीनामा तथा चुक्तिपत्र पूर्वरु इग्नोरे पढ़िबा बेले केवल हिंदी बा इंग्राजी रे पाठ्यपुस्तक आसुथिला। तेबे मात्र एबे आहु पिलामानक पई कष्ट हेबो नाही। छात्रटी बा छात्रीटी एबे निज मातृभाषा बा ओडिया रे सी सब पाठ पढ़ी पारिबो लेखि पारिबो। एहा द्वारा तार अवबोध स्तर निश्चित पक्षे बढ़िबो एवं सहजरे परिप्रकाश करिबा पई ताहाकु सुविधा हेबो। एहा द्वारा शिक्षा रे गुणवत्ता बढ़िबा संगे संगे भाषागत भय अनावश्यक चापरु छात्र छात्री माने मुक्त हेबे। एणु एपरि एक विरल सुजोग आम समस्त को भेटी देउथुवारु आम प्रिय मुख्यमंत्री माननीय श्रीयुक्त मोहन चरण माझी उपमुख्यमंत्री श्रीमती प्रभाती परिडा और श्रीयुक्त कनक वर्धन सिंहदेव मान्यवर उच्च शिक्षा मंत्री श्री सूर्यवंशी सुरोज विभाग सचिव श्री अरविंद अग्रवाल तथा उपस्थित उच्च शिक्षा विभाग वरिष्ठ अधिकारी एवं इंदिरा गांधी राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विश्वविद्यालय माननीय कुलपति और कुलसचिव एवं संपृक्त समस्त अधिकारी गण को मु अशेष कृतज्ञता ज्ञापन करुअछि। वंदे उत्कल जननी।
धन्यवाद दिलफुल फतेह मोहन स्वयं शासित महाविद्यालय धनेश्वर छात्र तेनाथ इंग्लिश अभिमत रखिथिबारु ଏହା ପରେ ଆମେ ସୀତାରାଣୀ ପଟ୍ଟନାୟକ ପ୍ଲସ୍ 3 ଥାର୍ଡ ଇୟର student of Women's College Balangir. Now it's over to her to have an interaction.
उच्च शिक्षा क्षेत्र में ओडिशा सरकार और इग्नो मध्य आज जो चुक्ति स्वाक्षर कार्यक्रम चली उपस्थित इंदिरा गांधी जातीय मुक्त विश्वविद्यालय कुलपति महोदय, मुख्य शिक्षा सचिव महोदय, उच्च शिक्षा विभाग निर्देशक महोदय, उच्च शिक्षा विभाग विशेष सचिव महोदय एवं आम ओडिशार उच्च शिक्षा विभाग मंत्री महोदय आदि समस्त को सम्मान जनाऊँगी। मु सुश्री स्मिताराणी पट्टनायक सरकारी महिला महाविद्यालय छात्री आज ये कहवाक सुजोग पाई निजक धन्य मन करुच्ची। आज सभा जो निष्पत्ति नियाजाउछि जे 400 रु ऊर्ध्व वयस को आमे ओडिया भाषा रे पढ़िबा को सुजोग पाइबु सेथिरे आमे बहुत खुशी अनुभव करूछु। जेहेतु आम शिक्षा केन्द्र रे बहुत दूर ग्रामरु छात्र छात्री माने आसुछंती, इंग्राजी रे पाठ्यक्रमटी को बुझिबाकू एवं पढ़िबाकू तांकु टिके कष्ट लागुची। सेहिथिपाई एही पाठ्यक्रमटी ओडिया रे हेले सेमाने आपनक ठारे चिर उपकृत रहिबे एवं एही पदक्षेप द्वारा भाषा और शिक्षा पाई प्रतिबंधक हुई रहिबो नाही। एही प्रयासटी बहुत आगरु होइथिले आमे लाभान्वित होई थांतु जेहेतु ओडिया हमर मातृभाषा। जय हिंद, नमस्कार।
सीताराणी पट्टनायक को अनेक अनेक धन्यवाद देउछु तांकर अभिमत पाई। पर श्री चंदन चौधरी पॉलिटिकल साइंस सेकेंड ईयर स्टूडेंट जेके इंदिरा गांधी नेशनल यूनिवर्सिटी अंडर तांकर शिक्षा ग्रहण करुछन्ती श्रीमती मालकानगिरी कॉलेज मालकानगिरी। आमे स्वागत करुछु श्री चंदन चौधरी।
Kindly mic टा on करंतु।
Please take your microphone on.
आपनकर माइक टा को ऑन करंतु।
अनम्यूट करंतु।
नमस्कार उपस्थित समस्त को नमस्कार। श्री चंदन चौधरी मालकानगिरी जिला एमबी 16 ग्रामर पिला +2 पास होगा पर आर्थिक फैमिली असुविधा जो सर मु रेगुलर पाठ पढ़ी पारली ना सर मु आज इग्नो +3 सेकेंड ईयर पॉलिटिकल साइंस स्टूडेंट सर इंग्रजी पाठ पढ़ार सर आमर बहुत असुविधा होता बुझीबार बहुत असुविधा होता सर तेणु आज आम बहुत गर्वित सर जे आम मातृभाषा ओडिया भाषा पाठ पढ़ी पारू भविष्य भी समस्ते यही भाषा पाठ पढ़ी पारे सर से बहुत बहुत कृतज्ञ जनाऊँ एवं आमर समस्त प्रिय मुख्यमंत्री महोदय एवं उच्च शिक्षा मंत्री महोदय को विशेष विशेष धन्यवाद जनाऊँ। मालकानगिरी तरफ विशेष धन्यवाद जनाऊँ। वंदे मातरम।
Now it's time to witness the historic moment, and this conclave will witness signing of MOU between IGNOU and Higher Education Department. You will witness the exchange of Student Commissioner from Secretary and the Vice Chancellor. The MOU is 5 MOU being exchanged by our Special Secretary and Registrar. To be ground of Ahmad, the signing of the MOU today is no one Higher Education Department. So, and we are extremely grateful to
अरविंद सर
IGNOU University and Department of Higher Education And bearing such commendable efforts, we are having the special interest of our Commissioner and Secretary and Education, Sri Aravinda Bhavati. In the corridors of bureaucracy, he has carved a niche for himself and always he thinks ahead and right. And for that, we are extremely grateful to you, sir, for your vision and for your commitment. And particularly this signing of the MOU, we are testimony to that. I take the privilege to request our esteemed Commissioner and Secretary of Education, Sri Aravinda Bhavati, to kindly address.
शिक्षा मंत्री महोदय, सूर्य महोदय, हमारे लिए वाइस चांसलर प्रोफेसर उमा कांजल महोदय, team members from IGNOU, vice chancellors of different public universities who have joined online and offline, senior officers of Govt of Odisha, Indian academicians, dignitaries, digital directors of education, principal and faculty of various colleges, friends, and from media. A very warm good evening. In fact, it is an honor for me to be part of this occasion and to celebrate the signing of an MOU between the Higher Education Department and my alma mater, IGNOU. I've done my so that's a added advantage for me. So this initiative is a major step toward the goal of making higher education more inclusive, accessible, and culturally rooted. All the speakers have already narrated the main objective behind this initiative. Let me also share the gross enrollment ratio in higher education in the state of Odisha, 22.1% against the national average of 29%. And in order to reach the target of NEP, we have to reach it to 30% by 2029 and 50% by 2036. That's the target that we have achieved. So this particular initiative will help us in achieving the target faster, sooner than what we target. Through this collaboration, we seek to expand educational opportunities by translating IGNOU's extensive academic content into Oriya language and supporting the rollout of their UG programs in the state. This is completely alignment with the national education policy, which emphasizes multilingualism and regional inclusion. This collaboration will translate more than 400 UG courses of being offered by IGNOU, more than 200 PG courses, various diploma certificate courses, including the professional courses. Like the students will be able to undertake MBA and other professional courses in Korean language. So initially, this partnership, I mean, it was 2 years. So we'll be translating all the study materials of IGNOU. And not only the translation and review by local experts, but also the digital content, whatever has been developed by the IGNOU, that will also be translated and subtitling can also be done. And similarly, the Swayam and Jan course will also be integrated, and all the printing and digital dissemination will be undertaken jointly by IGNOU and the state government. Though this initiative, this partnership is for 2 years as of now, but it is just a beginning. And then when there is an updation in the syllabus or whenever it is required to undertake the same efforts again, state will be very happy to take that work assigned to them. And the second component of this MOU is to establish more number of learner support centers across the state. We have around less than 100 centers are there in the state. And we'll be expanding, jointly we'll be expanding the network of IGNOU's learning support centers so that students can get the facility nearest to their location. Similarly, in order to monitor the progress of this entire initiative, we are also having one joint coordination committee under the chairmanship of this madam. And the team from IGNOU and Higher Education Departments will regularly review the progress and will ensure that whatever timelines we have fixed for translation and making the study materials available, it is completed in time. So this will not only ensure chemistry can provide technical guidance, it will provide the technical guidance. The government of Odisha will provide all financial support as they will require. And while concluding, I must give my sincere thanks to Honorable Minister for taking personal interest into this initiative. And this shows the level of commitment of Honorable Minister and Honorable Chief Minister, Honorable Indian Minister of Education, to promote higher education in the state of Odisha. Under their guidance and the leadership, definitely will achieve a target of accessible higher education to all of our interested students, and to make Odisha great. Will definitely achieve the target with the support of everyone. With this, I thank once again, express my sincere thanks to Professor Gandhi. He is the Govt which she could fly to Odisha, and though she had some initial discomfort, but nonetheless, I think this MOU will be more pleasing than the discomfort that will cause to you. And thank you once again, and this I can.
With profound gratitude, we humbly recognize the dedication and contribution of our esteemed Secretary and Commissioner, Arvind Goalji, to translate the dream into reality. ଆଜିର ମୁଖ୍ୟ ଅତିଥି ଭାବରେ ମଞ୍ଚରେ ଉପସ୍ଥିତ ରହିଛନ୍ତି ରାଜ୍ୟ ସରକାରଙ୍କର ଉଚ୍ଚ ଶିକ୍ଷା ବିଭାଗର ବରେଣ୍ୟ ମନ୍ତ୍ରୀ ଏବଂ ଆପଣମାନେ ମଧ୍ୟ ଜାଣନ୍ତି ଓଡ଼ିଆ ଭାଷା ସାହିତ୍ୟ ସଂସ୍କୃତି ବିଭାଗ ଓଡ଼ିଆ ଭାଷାର ଓଡ଼ିଆ ସାହିତ୍ୟର ଅସ୍ମିତା ବୋଧରେ ଯେ ବିଶେଷ ଭାବରେ ସ୍ନାତ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ପ୍ରତିବଦ୍ଧ ଏବଂ ସେହି ସଂକଳ୍ପବଦ୍ଧ ଭାବଧାରାର ଏକ ପ୍ରତିଫଳନ ହେଉଛି ଏଭଳି ଏକ ଐତିହାସିକ ନିଷ୍ପତ୍ତି ଯାହାକୁ ଆଜି ଆମେ ସମସ୍ତେ ପ୍ରତ୍ୟକ୍ଷ କରୁଛୁ। ଏଥିପାଇଁ ଦେଶର ଯଶସ୍ୱୀ ପ୍ରଧାନମନ୍ତ୍ରୀଙ୍କ ସହିତ ଦେଶର ସ୍ରୋତବିନ୍ଦୁ ଶିକ୍ଷାମନ୍ତ୍ରୀଙ୍କୁ ଆମେ କୃତଜ୍ଞତା ଜଣାଇ ତାଙ୍କର ଶୁଭ ଭାବନାକୁ ବାସ୍ତବତାରେ ରୂପାନ୍ତର କରିବାରେ ମାନନୀୟ ମନ୍ତ୍ରୀ ପ୍ରତିବଦ୍ଧତା ଯୋଉ ଦାୟବଦ୍ଧତା ଅଛି ସେଥିପାଇଁ ନିଶ୍ଚିତ ରୂପେ ସେ ଧନ୍ୟବାଦ ଆଉ ଏକ କଥା ଏବଂ ସମ୍ମାନର କରତାଳିରେ ମାନନୀୟ ମନ୍ତ୍ରୀ ମହୋଦୟଙ୍କୁ Good evening, Sir. Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, IGNOU, Arvind Agrawal, Commissioner cum Secretary, Higher Education, Dr. Alok Jogeji, Registrar, IGNOU, Ramakant Naik, Special Secretary, and other officials of our department, Vice Chancellors from various universities of Odisha, PG Council chairpersons, registrars from different universities, all the regional directors, principals, teachers, students, and friends from media. I would like to thank Uma Kantilalji for the initiative for this MOU and the entire officers of IGNOU for this historic MOU work we are going to work with it done. ये बुझावना पत्र स्वाक्षर कार्यक्रम केवल एक कार्यक्रम नुहे ये एक दृष्टिकोण ये दृष्टिकोण की सूचौछि उच्च शिक्षा व्यवस्था को ओडिशा उच्च शिक्षा व्यवस्था को अधिक संवेदनशील करबा पर बहु दिगदर्शी करबा पर सार्वजनिक करबा पर समावेशी करबा पर और सरल करबा पर ये उद्यम उच्च शिक्षा को जनतार शिक्षा रे रूपांतरित करबा पर भाषा अभाव एही जने शिक्षा लाभ वंचित न हो आज ये कार्यक्रम रो मुख्य उद्देश्य लक्ष्य करिले अत्युक्ति हेबना जातीय शिक्षा नीति 2020 रो क्रियान्वयन ओडिशा रे इतिमध्ये संपादित होइछि। जातीय शिक्षा नीति 2020 वैज्ञानिक विश्लेषण को आखि आगे रखिकी मातृभाषा शिक्षादान व्यवस्था को सर्वाधिक गुरुत्व प्रदान करुछि। किछि दिन पूर्व किछि मास पूर्व इग्नो सहित मध्य एक बुझामणा पत्र स्वाक्षरित होइतिला 2000 किछि वर्ष पूर्व 2007 किंतु ताहा फलप्रद होई पारि नथिला। तथापि एई किछि मास पूर्व एक कार्यक्रम रे एमबीए पाठ्यक्रम इग्नोर एमबीए पाठ्यक्रम को हमें ओडिया रे अनुवादित करिसंती एवं तार पुस्तक रो उन्मोचन उत्सव रे माननीय मुख्यमंत्री केंद्र शिक्षा मंत्री एवं अन्यान्य इग्नोर ऑफिशियल्स आम डिपार्टमेंट रो ऑफिशियल्स को उपस्थित रहिथिले एवं सेठी निर्देश बाहर दिला जे इग्नोर जेते प्रोसेस अछि ताहा को हम ओडिया रे अनुवाद करू ओडिया रे रूपांतरण करू। और सेदिनर एही मानसिकता आज ये बुझामणा पत्र स्वाक्षर कार्यक्रम को फलप्रसूत करिछि जोंथरे हमें पाखापाखि 50 रु अधिक पाठ्यक्रम जहां सर्टिफिकेट कोर्स और डिप्लोमा कोर्स 50 रु अधिक पाठ्यक्रम को ओडिया रे अनुवाद करिबा को जाउछन एवं ग्रेजुएशन कोर्स बा स्नातक ताहा 400 रु अधिक पाठ्यक्रम को ओडिया रे अनुवाद करिबा को जाउछन एवं पीजी कोर्सेस पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन कोर्सेस जहां की 200 रु अधिक ये जेभଳି भाबरे एहा पेटो ऐतिहासिक क्षण कहा जायछि। वास्तव में जेतेबेले आपण मानकु ए परिसंख्यान दउथुले निश्चित भाबरे स्वाधीनता भारत रे स्वाधीनता ओडिशा रे एवं आम राज्य पुनर्गठन को 2036 रे 100 वर्ष पूरा को जाउछि। ताहा पूर्व ताहा 11 वर्ष पूर्व जेतेबेले आमे उच्च शिक्षा बा उच्चतर शिक्षार संपूर्ण पाठ्यक्रम को ओडिया रे रूपांतरित करुछन ओडिया रे अनुवादित करुछन ये आम पई बहुत बड़ कथा ही अछि। 2.45 लाख टंका उद्ध अर्थ एथि पई ए एमओयू कार्यक्रम रे एहा को संपूर्ण रूपे अनुवादित करिबा एवं एहार जो डिजिटल फुटप्रिंट रहिছে ताहा को मध्य ओडिया रे अनुवादित करिके केवल पाठ्य पुस्तक नुहे ई पुस्तक को मध्य ई बुक्स करा जाउछि बा जहा वीडियो कंटेंट रहिथिबो एकलो ताकु मध्य ओडिया रे अनुवादित करियार ये एक बड़ अवसर हम मानकु मिली पारछि। समस्तन पई शिक्षा एवं समस्तन पई उच्च शिक्षा आज ये योजना पाए आज ये कार्यक्रम केवल कार्यक्रम में सीमित होके रहिबनी जेतेबेले जीवन जीविका शिक्षा दान और शिक्षा लाभर माध्यम ओडिया ही परिबो तेबे निश्चित भाव रे आज दृढ़तार सहित कहि पारे समस्तन पई उच्च शिक्षा आउ बेसी देरी नाही। आमे हमर सचिव कहउतले जे हमर जीआर 22.1 अर्थात 100 पिला तांकर माध्यमिक शिक्षा समाप्त कला परे सेथिरु 22 जन उच्च शिक्षा निमंते आसुछन। आमे आग्रह रखिसंती आमे आशा पोषण करिसंती 2036 मसिया बेलकु एहा जेमरि भाबरे 50% रे परिणत एवं केवल आग्रह पोषण करिबा आशा पोषण करी विभाग सेतिक रे अटकिना आज जो कोर्स करिकुलम ओडिया रे आमे अनुवादित करूसंती कि जीआर 50% को आमे पाई परिबा कि एक बड़ उद्यम कहिले अत्युक्ति हेब नाही। ओडिया तो ओडिया कोन जाहिर करिबा निमंते ये मध्य बहुत बड़ सुजोग जीआर बढ़ेइबो ड्रॉपआउट कमेइबारे ये एक उपकरण होई परिबो बोली मु दृढ़ आशा व्यक्त करूछि। एवं आज जो छात्र छात्री माने से एफएम कॉलेज रो पिला कोंतु कि सीताराणी पटनायक बलांगीर रो कोंतु कि चंदन मालकानगिरी रो कोंतु से माने जो
खुशी व्यक्त करुले वास्तव में आज आमको अनुभव होउछि आमे जेतेबेले पाठ पढुथुलु से समय जदि हमर पाठ्यक्रम ओडिया रे हिपारिथांत त निश्चित भाव में आहुरी सृजनशील एवं बौद्धिक परिपक्वता आम मान को मिल पारिथांता मु गोटे छोट उदाहरण कहि मो वाणी को विराम देबी मोर मने पड़ुछि मु जुक्त हि विज्ञान रे प्राग लिखै था मोर प्रथम कालांश प्रथम क्लास रे मैडम आसिले जीव विज्ञान रो पाठ्यक्रम फलाफल लिखिदेले इसो फैगस मते बुझिबा कोडा हेतिला इसो फैगस जिनसडा कोन सेटा केउ भଳି देखा जाय सेटा कोन मैडम पढ़ी चलले से दिन सरी दुई दिन पर आउट करे जूलॉजी क्लास आरंभ होला पुणी से इसो फैगस लेके पढ़ैले मो अत्यंत व्यस्त विद्यार्थी किया परिचय इसो फैगस का कोन मते तुम एती कर जानि न तुम केते परसेंट अछि मैट्रिक रे मोले ती रहे कोई तो तुम एते बार रखि कर जानि कोन केन इसो फैगस ती खाद्य रे तुम प्रथम रु खाद्य रे कोन कुछ पता तेणु ओडिया रे पाठ पढ़िबा बा ओडिया रे शिक्षा दान करिबा बा ओडिया रे शिक्षा लाभ करिबा ए कथा को यदि हम आगु बढ़िबा केबे भी हमें आउटडेटेड होबा नहीं बरं हमें ट्रेंडिंग रे निजो को रखि पारिबा कारण इस्राएल रो पाठ्यक्रम केते बेले भी इंग्रजी रो रशिया रो पाठ्यक्रम केते बेले भी रशिया रूस भाषा रे नथाय कि यूरोप रो अधिक देश इंग्रजी व्यवहार करते हैं तेणु आम इंग्रजी भाषा धरिकी मॉडर्नाइजेशन हवा जगह वेस्टर्नाइजेशन आड़ को गति कर जो कथा आज आम कहूँ जदि मार्कानिगर पिलाटे हो कि बलांगीर महिला महाविद्यालय झीटे हो तापाई से निजे बुझीपारुवा पाठ्यक्रम जदि आम क्या उपलब्ध कर आज दिन को निश्चित भाव में आम आम करुवा उच्चारण और आम आचरण भितर सामंजस्य आने बोली आशा व्यक्त करुचे अवसर में समस्त को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद कृतज्ञता ज्ञापन करछि माने विराम नहीं से
मंत्री महोदय को लेकर कृतज्ञता अर्पण करिबो राज्य सरकार ओडिया भाषा प्रति रहित अनुराग एवं जो भाव में प्रथा को सम्मान रखिछि तार सफल रूपायन को विशेष भाव में अंगीकार करी बारे में जुगान सरकार निष्पत्ति नहीं आमे तने धन्यवाद देउछु सर्वोपरि आनुष्ठानिक धन्यवाद अर्पण करिबे समस्ते जो माने उपस्थित रही कार्यक्रम को अधिक सफल कर समस्त निकट कृतज्ञता निवेदन करिबो विशेष भाव में माननीय मंत्री उच्च शिक्षा सूर्यवंशी रस महोदय माननीय सचिव महोदय निकट एवं इंदौर माननीय प्रवृत्ति महोदय निकट समस्त सदस्य समूह सरकार विमान निकट साधुवाद अर्पण करिबो राज्य सरकार विशेष भाव में माननीय उच्च शिक्षा मंत्री ओडिशा सरकार उपस्थिति गौरवान्वित होउछि एवं अंतर्भुक्तिकरण एवं डिजिटल सशक्त शिक्षा पाई माननीय मंत्री प्रेरणादायी संबोधन रहिछि ता सबदिन हमर स्मरण रे रहिबो ओडिया भाषा शिक्षा प्रदान करी वंचित श्रेणी मानसिक सुযোগ देवा दिगरे केंद्र जो दृढ़ इच्छा शक्ति रे रहिछि ताको हम धन्यवाद देउछु एवं a very special appreciation to the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Keynote and the team for their dedication and cooperation in settling this collaborative effort. This MOU is a sad mission to bridge the linguistic and regional barriers in higher education to the translation of the rich course content and the language. Once again, with a deep sense of appreciation, we humbly recognize the contribution of esteemed Vice Chancellor IGNOU and her team members. It is later आज एक सब कार्यक्रम को सफलता रूपायन करबा पई सहित माननीय आयुक्त तथा शासन सचिव उच्च शिक्षा विभाग अरविंद अग्रवाल महोदय जो भाव में दृष्टिभंगी रहिछि जो भाव में अर्बान्वयन रहिछि कार्यान्वयन प्रक्रिया रहिछि तत्पथ में विशेष भाव में सम्मान
सॉरी
राजी एखारे विशेष भाव में
मीटिंग का समस्त
वरिष्ठ अधिकारी समस्त टीम मेंबर्स खास से इग्नोर टीम मेंबर्स समस्त को सहयोग पाई हमें धन्यवाद देउछु तार सहित गणमाध्यम मंत्री बंधुमान उपस्थित रहिछथि समस्त विभिन्न क्षेत्र में शिक्षा उच्च शिक्षा परिमंडल विभूति मान उपस्थित रही अध्यापक अध्यापिका क्षेत्र आरंभ कर शिक्षा विभाग में अधिकारी भाव कार्य शिक्षा को प्रचार प्रसार करने सहित शिक्षा प्रति एक अभिवादन सृष्टि करने दायित्व देउथबा समस्त प्राचार्य वर्ग समस्त आचार्य वर्ग कृतज्ञता निवेदन करुछु एवं एठारे उपस्थित समस्त एक सुगम उच्च शिक्षा इकोसिस्टम गठन निमंते समय समर्थन प्रदान करिथिबारु आमे सामूहिक भाव में एक कार्यक्रम सफलता से आपण देउछु दान देउछु आपण पुणे करे साधुवाद दे माननीय अतिथि अनुमति क्रमे सभा शामिल हेबार घोषणा करूछु धन्यवाद
एंड कर दो
समस्त जलपान व्यवस्था